Hello everyone, good morning. Today is day 3 of our 3 days trip, and we have already checked out of our hotel, and we have come to Kangra to visit the rock cut temples and the Kangra Fort. So right now I'm standing in front of the Masroor rock cut temples, and we're about to get inside and explore what is there. Come with us. The Masroor temples were constructed during the 8th century in the Kangra valley of Bias river, facing the Dhauladhar range of the Himalayas. These are the Masroor rock cut temples. The important aspect of this group of temples is that it's monolithic, meaning this temple has been carved out of a single piece of stone. You will be very astonished to see how beautiful the carvings are. It's very intricate, all the carvings, but during the 1905 earthquake, a lot of it has been destroyed and devastated. You can see that pieces have fallen down. But if you look closely at the pieces, there are so beautiful engravings on them of different gods and goddesses. But much of it has been eroded away in time. From the remains of the temple, it can be understood that this temple complex had been huge. But studies reveal that the architects had even more ambitious plans, and this complex is actually in its unfinished state. Come here. If you look closely at this piece of engraving, I think this is of Kartikeya, because I think I can make out the peacock, which is the Vahana of Kartikeya. Apart from the carving of Kartikeya that I just showed you, you can also find other carvings of Brahma, Surya, mother goddesses, Ardhanarishwar, and so on. The entire complex is symmetrically laid out on a square grid where the main temple was surrounded by smaller temples. These beautiful rock cut temples are now currently under the Archaeological Survey of India. From a board which is located right outside the temple complex, I got to know that there were around 19 temples in this entire complex, and currently only one of it is existing. The temple is built in the Nagara style of architecture, which is the North Indian style with a long spire on top of the temple. So now we are going to go and visit the main temple. The temple complex was carved out of natural sandstone rock. Come, let's go a little bit closer to the temple. These portions, I think they have been rebuilt. These temples are located at around 40 to 45 kilometers from McLeodganj, and it would take around 2 to 2.5 hours to come from there. So if you are staying in McLeodganj, you have to make your plans accordingly. There are majestic views of the Himalayas as well you can see from these temples. However, these are located just opposite to them. Just have a look. The photo of a model of the Masroor Rock cut temple collected from a museum. Kangra Fort is located about 20 kilometers from the town of Dharamshala. We are at the Kangra Fort right now. Just now we visited a museum which is located inside the Kangra Fort complex. I'll show you the pictures in the video. Now we are going to enter the fort, and that is the entrance. Let's go. Located between the rivers Majhi and Banganga, the Kangra Fort is the largest fort in the Himalayas. It is spread over 463 acres and is the 8th largest fort in India. This is the Ranjit Singh Gate. Kangra Fort survived over 50 attacks but was devastated by the earthquake of 1905, which was of 7.2 magnitude. Today when we visit the Kangra Fort, we can see only the remains of the fort that survived the attacks of the humans but succumbed to the forces of nature. The original owners of the Kangra Fort were the Katoch family. The lineage of this royal family of Katoch can be traced back to the period of Ramayana and Mahabharata. This wall was built by the Katoch family. Here on one side there is the sculpture of goddess Ambika, and on another side there is the sculpture of Lord Ganesha. In between them there is a symbol of a deer, and that is the symbol of the Katoch family. This place you can get amazing view of the Dhauladhar peaks. We are inside the Kangra Fort right now. Much of it is in ruins, devastated by the 1905 earthquake. Initially, this was the fort of the Jalandhar rulers. Later on, this is the last gate which leads to the residential area of the fort and is known as the Darshani Gate. Can you spot the statues of Ganga and Yamuna on both the sides of the gate? In this section of the Kangra Fort, you can find several temples which are now in ruins. One of them is said to be of Ambika Mata temple, another is of Lakshmi Narayan temple, and another is a Jain temple. Here is a temple inside the fort complex as well. So we are now going to go inside the temple. It is the entrance is over there. So come. These are the carved remains of the back of the Lakshmi Narayan temple. Kangra Fort was attacked over 50 times. The structure being so strong survived all of this. It only collapsed partially during the earthquake of 1905. It is believed that the fort was called Nagarkot and was built in the 4th century. It was a protective fort. There was a famous saying regarding the fort: the one who conquered Kangra, would control the hills. A visit to this Kangra Fort is definitely a very enriching experience. If you come to Dharamshala and McLeodganj on a trip, do not forget to explore this Kangra Fort. The Vajreshwari Devi temple or the Kangra-Devi Mandir is one of the 51 shakti peeths dedicated to goddess Vajreshwari, who is a form of goddess Durga. This temple is located near to the Kangra Fort and it is about 9 kilometers from the Kangra airport. The left breast of Sati fell at the spot, making this a shakti peeth. Said that the original temple was built by the Pandavas. We are at the Vajreshwari Mata Mandir right now. It is considered to be one of the 51 Shakti Peeths. We have already taken blessings of the goddess and now we're going to go and visit the temple all around. If you loved the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Please provide your valuable comments in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.